Hey everyone, welcome to my latest video featuring me as Janna and also the game where I obtained platinum. So in this game we have several people that are actually 2K yellow. So this is actually a lot higher than just 1900, which is the rank where you need for platinum. And so I'm gonna just go ahead and start off with a fairy charm and 4 wards and then a health pot. Um, the reason why I start off with 4 wards is because I do tend to like warding a lot. I don't see the need for a vision ward to counter ward against a Soraka because Soraka is not an aggressive support. And especially against a champion such as Lee Sin, a jungler such as Lee Sin, it's really crucial for me to ward often because if I don't, then Lee Sin will be able to pull off some pretty strong ganks. Alright, so what I'm going to do is wait here in the tri-bush with my AD carry and make sure that the enemy doesn't go ahead and gank us while we do our doubles. Alright, so what I want to do is give my AD carry the gold and experience. Experience isn't all that important on me. And then head on over towards lane. We're against the Tristana's Soraka. Tristana's early game is extremely aggressive from levels 2 to 6. So gotta play a little bit cautious. Thankfully they do have a support Soraka, which is a passive support. So I'm going to be expecting some passive playing on Tristana's part this game. I'm just going to drop a ward over there, which serves two purposes. Number one, Soraka won't be able to zone Graves out anymore, should she try to. And number two, if Lee Sin does come and gank from the side bush, we will have vision of him. Alright, so early game is just really just a farm fest, especially when you have a passive support and you can't really do much right now. Alright, so just some harassing going on. I do tend to shield late on my AD carry, which is something I could work on as Janna. Alright, so Warwick's just completing his path. He won't be able to gank until level 6, so that's even more of a reason why we should be playing passively. And thankfully we don't have to push very far because Tristana auto pushes with her explosive shot. Now I'd like to bring you all to look at top right now, and notice how Aurelia is gone from the map. And that's because Shen is really pushed, and so now Aurelia can easily gank mid along with Lee Sin. Does give them first blood. It's difficult for Cat to get first blood because Cat does tend to need a good early game. So as supports, we're having our own little battle right here with our emotes. Shen does get a kill off of Aurelia, which is really nice. Shen is pretty OP right now, even after the hotfix. And I don't understand why this Soraka is silencing me. It's like, what is silencing me going to do? Should be actively silencing Graves and causing damage to him, because this is a no sustain lane, so every damage that you do is really important, and it makes it so that we have to back faster. Alright, so again, my wards have died out. Now that we're so pushed back, I'm just going to go ahead and ward both sides, the tri-bush and the bottom bush, to prevent Lee from ganking from the sides. And Tristana goes in aggressive at level 4. But one of the nice things about Janna is that she's sort of an anti-Tristana with her shield and her knock-up. And so that jump was unsuccessful on Tristana's part. And if you look at the map, there's Lee Sin right there, waiting for a gank. What he doesn't know is that I have a ward there, so we can just waste his time. And that's really, really bad on Lee Sin, because Lee Sin really needs a good early game for him to be useful later on. I do take 2 creep kills there. Don't want the lane to get pushed too hard. Alright, so now the creeps are just going to come over, and Lee Sin's going to realize that I have that bush warded. And so that just wasted a good 30 seconds to a minute. Warwick's going to come around here. He's going to grab some experience to get to level 6. And then he's going to proceed to gank bottom lane. So we're just going to push the lane, because what we want to do is make it so that Warwick can run around to the side bush without them noticing. And we are successful in doing so. Warwick does walk around to that bush. I'm going to go in and be aggressive. Slow Tristana down, shield Warwick. Warwick's going to go ahead and jump onto Tristana. Tristana's going to try to jump, but my tornado stops her jump. And then I'm going to exhaust Tristana so she can't get away, and we do pick up the kill on Tristana. Sorry, that's my client. Alright, so now we have the lane pushed and we're low, so in order to prevent any ganks, we should probably go back. Can also buy some more wards and a Philistone. Alright, so what I'm doing here is I'm gonna go ahead, buy 2 normal wards and buy a vision ward, because it's already pretty late into early game and I can foresee a dragon fight incoming, and vision wards are really essential during dragon fights to clear vision from the opponent. Alright, looks like Cat gets ganked again. Looks like Shen ulted. Alright, so, well, now that Shen has ulted, though, it means that Aurelia is just going to push down top. Hopefully Shen can make it back in time. Alright, so I should actually be warding Tribush right now. At least it's mid, so I don't need to ward yet. So is Lux. So Rock is missing. Oh, she actually just heals her son, never mind. That was my Gmail right there. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and ward Tribush now. It's nice that Graves bought wards too. One of the things about AD carry is that you should always still be buying wards. Um, just one, maybe two if you're really rich, every time you go back. On-demand vision is really important, and you should be helping your support ward anyways.
And you thought it was just a harmless breeze. Yes, it's true. For only $2.95 a minute, I will leave you.
Alright, so the cheap people are coming down again. I'm going to dodge Lux and Lee Sin's skill shots, and therefore their gank is unsuccessful.
An enemy has been slain.
And allows Warwick to gank top, but one of the problems with Warwick going top right now is now they can go and dragon. So we're gonna just try our best and stall for Warwick to get down here. And it looks like Lee Sin is just so low right now. Just getting hit by a few spells will be pretty deadly. And Lux takes the kill on Katarina. They're still pretty low right now. And to stop dragon. It's interesting because they have a kill on Katarina, and even if Lee Sin is low, Soraka can still heal him. But that's a good thing for us now that they didn't do dragon.
It's true. For only $2.95 a minute, I will leave you breathless.
This Soraka is just focused on like telling me to shut up about my emotes. It's just really nice. Like that's what the emotes are for, to annoy the opponent. It's having its desired effect right now. Sustain lanes are really annoying. Well, at least they tries to jump and especially gank us. My tornadoes really just like, this is a really easy way to stop ganks.
An enemy has been slain.
Alright, so Warwick does gank mid and gets a kill off of Lux, and we do take advantage of this and go and dragon right now. I'm gonna drop a vision ward here just in case Soraka hasn't warded. She does not have it warded, which is really bad on her part. Should have that warded actively, especially when it's already 13 minutes into the game. Tristana comes over here, tries to stop it. Of course she can't do that. And so she jumps away. And so Soraka's over there. Should actually be harassing Tristana right now, because it's not. Oh well, I guess Grace wants to go back, so that's a fine show. I have 1,040-ish gold. I can get a Heart of Gold, buy some wards. So you notice that the main thing that I focus on is buying wards. Wards vision is so important. Yeah, and Tristana keeps pushing the lane because that's all she can really do. Luckily for her, she's purple side, because if Tristana were blue side, then there would be a lot of ganking going on at bottom, because Tristana can only push the lane with her explosive shot. She can't freeze it. Alright, that's good. Works on a killing spree. It's gonna be really strong later on. Shield the wrong person. Rock is gonna go ahead and try to stop us from taking turret, which is of course not possible. And that mouse in the middle is really annoying. I should have moved it over to the corner. Oh well. So right now I don't. Right now I'm just gonna go along with Graves. Nothing major happening right now, so just gonna keep farming. Gonna go ahead and ward again. Yeah. And some of the most important things they should know about supporting is should always be warding, and should always be with your 80 range carry and protecting him. Of course, that is situational. Okay, so I didn't see Lee Sin right there, and I'm gonna go ahead and flash over. I shield myself early because I thought Tristana's ignite would continue going off. So Rocket's gonna flash over. She's gonna take the kill with this. Soraka getting a kill is not scary at all, though. I'm pretty sure that if Lee Sin had continued, he probably would have gotten the kill, and that would have been so much more useful.
An enemy has been slain. Rampage.
And now I can go back to base and have an oracles too. Alright, so Aurelia flashes over. I have no idea what she was thinking. But she probably thought she would kill Cat, but I was there to protect Cat, so it's a wasted flash. Grace is just pushing bottom. I should be with him right now if I weren't coming over to help Cat. It's gonna go off and back off. And drop another ward at Dragon area. Says Dragon is almost up. Oh, there it is. Alright, so we have our two solos and our jungler heading over from the left side. Graves is just waiting over there. He has no mana though, so if a fight does ensue, he won't be able to do that burst that he's really strong at. Doesn't seem like the opponents are picking up on that though. I just saw Works Bloodstone, which means one of them is low. So we can go ahead and do Dragon. But there's 3 of them right there. It's gonna go in and stop try to stop it. Work gets equilibrium striked by Aurelia. At least he's gonna jump over and try to slow him. He does dash back. Kick on Warwick. Okay, and so now we have to leave Dragon because a fight does ensue. I'm just like zoning Tristana right now. Tristana's making a pretty big mistake, not really doing anything but hitting me. But then again, it's not like she can really do much. Alright, so I'm just gonna go ahead and tornado Tristana. I don't know what Tristana was thinking there. This is one of the mistakes of most Tristana players, is that they underestimate how strong they are at level 10. Like, the thing about Tristana early game is that with her spells, she has a lot of damage. I'm gonna go and try to save Cat by flashing an ulti, but it does get caught too hard. And so Ignite does kill Cat. Anyways, what I was saying about Tristana is that from levels 2 through 6, Tristana's really strong. Because Tristana actually does more magic damage than physical damage early game with her rocket jump, explosive shot, and buster shot, all magical damage. But later on, during mid game, that magic damage doesn't really do much because Tristana's like, unless you're building Tristana AP, that mid game, that base damage doesn't do as much anymore. So that's the main problem with Tristana, a weak mid game. Late game, of course, with 90% increased attack speed. That does change. Okay, so I'm just clearing the place for Baron because right now we do have so much control over the map. I don't have any wards. I should go back and buy some wards. Okay, so buy a couple of wards. Oh, it looks like they have a ward there actually. So we can't do Baron right now. Another late shield. Haven't played Janna in a while, even though Janna is my best support. X gets caught. She does waste flash. Just unnecessary waste right there. Had she not been in that position. And Lux uses her ulti. So now we have so much Baron control. Only thing that can possibly stop us is if they try to interrupt us, or if Lisa gets a smite off. It's really interesting how Irelia just like goes down mid and doesn't even bother to stop parrying. Like, I don't get that. Alright, I was just gonna try to flash over. I'm gonna ulti and prevent him from stealing it. It's really nice because Lee Sin is a really strong Baron Stiller or Dragon Stiller, so by preventing him from getting in range, I can effectively secure Baron. Alright, so now our team has Baron.
Your turret has been destroyed.
Nice dodge with Graves. Had Lux had her ulti earlier, then she could have done a lot more. But she wasted it trying to clear creeps. Aurelia's bottom still split pushing. I don't understand what this Aurelia is doing. Probably a lot of raging going on the other team. They get caught by Lux's snare, but it's okay, there's nobody nearby. Alright, so they're both just gonna jump over and jump Lux. It's a pretty ballsy move. I get caught by Lee Sin's Q. It's just amazing. Like, I don't understand why the turret would aggro me, but
Godlike.
that's fine.
Your team has destroyed a turret. Your team has destroyed destroyed a turret.
Alright, so what I'm doing is throwing a tornado to push bottom lane. So after we finish our dragon objective and decide to push other lanes, bottom will be pushed. Alright, so now Graves is going to go ahead and it looks like he's going back. So the only main objective we have right now is just to push. We have Baron, we have one inhibitor down. We just really have to push down the inner turret at bottom lane. And bottom is pushing by itself right now. So I'm going to go ahead and rally my teammates to go over to bot. Alright, so enemy team has already surrendered twice. Clearly their morale is really low right now.
Destroyed a turret.
The cat wants blue, so go help her out a little bit. Graves is over there farming, and we have all 5 at the mid-bottom area. So we're just gonna go ahead and try to push this bottom turret down and hopefully take that inhibitor. Alright, so Graves is doing the right thing right now. Poking the turret. I'm gonna go ahead and try my best to protect him as well as I can. And Shen is just at mid pushing that turret. Not quite sure what he's doing, but it is distracting them from our main objective, which is bottom, so that's really nice. And shield Graves. He's gonna keep poking this turret. It's good. Oh. Pretty scary combo by Lee Sin and Lux. And I probably should have shielded Shen, but he does have his own shield, so I'm just gonna go ahead and exhaust Soraka, which is not the best person to just exhaust, but still, just for slow. And also because this game's pretty much over. Alright, so Rilla can't do much at this point. We do have both Nexus turrets down now as well. It's extremely difficult for them to come back now. Get hit by Lux's ulti. And now I'm just scared that Lisa's gonna come in and kill me. I'm gonna walk around. Keep hitting the Nexus turret. Oh, sorry, the Nexus is down. And that concludes the game.